Like Father, Like Son is a really good film. I'm generally quite a fan of Freaky Friday-esque films where we have two characters swapping bodies, and I'm pleased to say it's a really good example of this. This was released in 1987. It's directed by Rod Daniels, written by Steve Bloom, Lorne Cameron, and David Hoselton. And we have a cast including Dudley Moore and Kirk Cameron. And they are father and son, and they swap bodies. And as is usually the case with this kind of film, they have very different personalities. One is a high school senior, one is a surgeon. And what I quite liked about this is that there are genuine consequences. Now, I'm not saying this is the only film to do this. But often with these body swap films, there are no kind of lasting consequences. Once they change back, their lives haven't changed that much. But there are serious consequences for this surgeon. And I don't want to say what happens there, but it's maybe a little bit more believable than the average film like this, as long as you can get on board with the whole body swapping aspect, of course. And I won't say how this comes about or anything, but it's a very well written narrative. I think there were a lot of different activities for the father and son to be involved in as each other. I think that worked really well. Really good scenarios. The characters were very believable. They're certainly very likable. And I had a lot of fun with it. It's a film that doesn't need to be taken too seriously, even though, as I said, it does feel like maybe a slightly more, well, the stakes are higher, put it that way. Not that I'm saying in other films, if somebody isn't a surgeon, then there are no risks to swapping bodies, but it certainly, in my opinion, seemed like the stakes were higher, and that made it a little bit more interesting, but it's still generally a light-hearted film that's good fun. And of course, the father and son. I should tell you their names. Their names are Jack and Chris. Jack and Chris learn, obviously, about each other. Generally, the whole point of these films is to walk a mile in the other person's shoes, and certainly they get the chance to do that. And the characters are likable, well-written, their emotions are believable, a really nice variety in the scenarios that they find themselves in. I have no complaints. If you're a fan of this kind of film, then I'd say Like Father, Like Son is definitely worth watching. If in general you don't really like these kinds of films, then I would say it's probably not worth watching. I don't think it offers anything too different compared to the typical film like this. But if it appeals to you, if you think it's a narrative that could work for you, then absolutely check it out. Like Father, Like Fun is really good. I thought Dudley Moore and Kirk Cameron worked really well together. Great story, well-written characters. It's not laugh-out-loud funny, but it definitely has some comedic moments, and ultimately it's a film that I enjoyed and definitely one that I'm happy to recommend.